कुशलमस्ति वा?
नमस्कारं महोदय।
परीक्षा कृतवती वा?
आं महोदय।
How was it?
Um, a bit confusing, but I wrote what I understood.
Okay. श्यामला महोदय, परीक्षा कृतवती वा?
नास्ति महोदय, मम माता शरीरं सम्यक् नास्ति, चिकित्सालये मध्ये अस्ति, अतः अहं न परीक्षां लिखितवती।
लिखितुम् इच्छति वा?
प्रयत्नं करोमि महोदय।
करणीयं कृत्वा, then you will understand what is how much you have absorbed, right? So it's important you do the test so that you will get an understanding of how much of whatever you have heard, you have retained and understood, absorbed. So to that extent, it is important.
प्रयत्नम् अहं करोमि।
Ah,
But we cannot send, right?
I will enable it. Yeah, you can do the exam.
Okay.
So have you been attending, following up on the classes, on the videos? Because the last couple of classes, some of you
Yeah,
did.
unable to join, महोदय।
But you caught up on the video?
आं महोदय।
Okay. So last class, I think Rita Mahoday would have covered
Tavatu pratyaya.
Tavatu Pratyaya, right? Tavatu, correct. Right. So, yeah, so let's move forward. Prarthana Kurmaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So today we looked at Tva Pratyaya. Tavatu Pratyaya Artham Kim? Ka Suchayati? Tavatu.
We use it to represent lung lakara.
Okay, it does the similar function of a lung lakara, but it is not representing lung lakara. It is Bhuta Kala Suchayati. Right, it also works like a lung lakara. But what is the difference between lung lakara and Tavatu Pratyaya? What is Pratyaya?
Suffix, Mahoday.
Tough one. Starting point is a dhatu. So dhatu, if you add a ting pratyaya, it becomes a tigantam. For a dhatu, if you add a krit pratyaya, it becomes a pratipadikam, to which you apply a sup pratyaya, it becomes a namapadam or subantam. Pratyayas, what we call as kridantas or krit pratyayas being applied to the dhatu. Dhatu is the one which is signifying an action. Typically, right? Dhatus are typically which signifies action. And by applying a pratyaya, the namapadam and the kriyapadam originate from the dhatus. So when you're talking of kridanta, a krit pratyaya is being applied to a dhatu. So moment you apply a krit pratyaya to a dhatu, it becomes a kridanta, and kridanta has got the guna of what? Does it have the guna of a subantam or a tigantam?
Subantam.
Subantam. So it becomes a namapadam. Now you have a namapadam which is performing the role of a kriyapadam. Correct? Patitavati. Sita patitavati. Correct? Sita pustakam patitavati. Or Ramaha vanam gattavan. So basically, now gattavan, patitavati are basically indicating that Bhutakala Suchana, that Sita read the book. Rama went to the forest. It is indicating Bhutakala, but they are actually got the attributes of a Namapadam. So what are the attributes of a Namapadam?
Lingam, Vachanam, Dhatu.
Dhatu. Lingam, Vachanam, Vibhakti. Linga, Vachana, Vibhakti. And what is the attribute of a Kriyapadam?
Namapadam,
Of a Kriyapadam?
Kriyapadam,
Vachanam.
Lingam, Vachanam.
Lakara.
There's no Linga Beda for Kriyapadam, no? So
Lakara.
it cannot be an attribute for Kriyapadam.
Vachanam. Lakara.
And Purusha.
Purusha.
Vachana is common between the two. There you got Purusha and Lakara. Here you got Linga and Vibhakti.
Vibhakti.
Vachana is common for both, right? Vachana is common for both Kriyapadam as well as Subantam, or Tingantam and Subantam, or Kriyapadam and Namapadam. So now you have a series of a set of Namapadam working like a Kriyapadam, but having the attributes of a Namapadam. So Vibhakti is applied to them. Right? So today we will see that, how it works. When we come to Tva Pratyaya. So today we will study Tva Pratyaya.
Mahodaya, one doubt.
Hmm.
If I say Sita Apatat and Sita Patitavati, what exactly is the difference?
Sita Apatat, you are using Kriyapadam. Apatat is a Kriyapadam.
Okay.
Patitavati is a Kridanta.
No, in the meaning, will there be any
There
difference?
is no change in the meaning.
Okay.
Meaning remains the same.
Okay.
It's only a different method of representation, another prakriya, another way of expressing.
So I can use both these to indicate that Sita read.
There is one more way you can indicate Sita read, other than these two forms.
Okay.
Sita patati sma. We looked at that some time back. Moment you put sma, it indicates past tense. Right? So you have a lang lakara, you have a kridanta, and you have a sma form, which all three indicates bhutakala. Right? Now it gives you a flexibility in terms of what you want to use. Okay? Patitavati is a kridanta, so it follows the rules of namapadam. Apatat is a lakara, it follows all the rules of a kriyapadam. Patati sma is a Kriya Padam. It follows all the rules of the Kriya Padam. Right? So Sita Patitavati, Sita Apatat. Meaning is exactly the same, there is no change. Why Patitavati becomes useful is because what is the difference between Kriya Padam and Nama Padam? We said in Kriya Padam it is Purusha dependent. Nama Padam is Purusha independent. Nama Padam is Linga dependent, Kriya Padam is Linga independent. So if you look at Patitavati, Linga, it is Purusha independent. Sa Patitavati, Aham Patitavati, Sita Patitavati, Tvam Patitavati, Purusha vanishes. Whereas in a standard Kriya Padam, Apatat, then Madhyama Purusha, it is a different. In Uttama Purusha, the representation is different, right? But moment you bring it into Kritanta form, it is Purusha independent. So whether it is Pratama Purusha, whether it is Madhyama Purusha, or whether it is Uttama Purusha, it is Patitavati only as long as Linga is Srilinga, or Patitavan as long as Linga is Pullinga, or Patitavanta, Patitavata, Vataha, right? Napunsakalinga, Patitavat. So it becomes Purusha independent. So representation becomes easier. So you get the flexibility,
Okay.
right? Now, Twa Pratyaya. Okay. So, कृपया पठतु सीता महोदय.
माता हरीशा हरीशा हरीशः आम् माता भवान् किं करोति हरीशः अहं स्नानं करोमि माता भवान् शीघ्रं स्नानम् आगच्छतु
Not Snanam. Snatva.
स्नात्वा आगच्छतु
Hmm.
हरीशः किमर्थं शीघ्रं माता गृहे शर्करा नास्ति भवान् आपणं गत्वा शर्कराम् आनयतु शर्कराम् आनयतु हरीशः मातः किं वस्त्रं धृत्वा गच्छामि माता स्वच्छं वस्त्रं धरतु शीघ्रं द्विचक्रिकाया गच्छतु हरीशः द्विचक्रिका सम्यक् नास्ति अहं धावित्वा गच्छामि माता धावित्वा मास्तु मन्दं चलित्वा गच्छतु आपणे सर्षपतैलस्य मूल्यम् अपि पृष्ट्वा आगच्छतु हरीशः अस्तु आगच्छामि सर्वाणि कार्याणि कृत्वा आगच्छामि.
Would you understand the flow?
आं महोदय.
Sarshapatailasya mulyam. Sarshapatailasya is mustard oil.
Okay.
Taila. Sarshapataila. Tailasya mulyam. Okay. Arishaha, Arishaha, Arishaha am. Bhavan kim karoti? Arishaha am snanam karomi. Right? Mata. Bhavan shigram snatva agacchatu. Bhavan shigram snanam kritva or snanam kuru tatra agacchatu. If you want to break it up. Arishah kimartam shigram. Grihe Sharkara Nasti. Sharkara is sugar. Correct. Sharkara Nasti Bhavan Apanam Gatva Sharkaram Anayatu. Bhavan Apanam Gachatu Tadanantaram Sharkaram Anayatu. Supposing you don't want to use the word Gatva, you say Bhavan Apanam Gachatu Tadanantaram Sharkaram Anayatu. Go to the Apanam market or store. After going there, buy sugar or get me sugar or get sugar or purchase sugar. Mataha kim vasram dhritva gacchami. What clothes should I wear? After wearing what clothes should I go? Kim vasram dharayami tadanantaram gacchami. Right? Swacham vasram dharatu. Shigram dvichakrikaya gacchatu. Dvichakrikaya is what form?
Sap, Saptami Vibhakti.
Go buy the vehicle, using the vehicle, with the vehicle.
Okay. With
The one which aids the action to get completed. With the help of this, you are completing an action. You are going by using a Dvichakrika. So that is Dvichakrikaya. Tritiya Vibhakti, right? Right? Dvichakrika samyak nasti aham davitva gacchami. Davitva is by running. Davitva mastu mandam chalitva gacchatu. Apane sarshapa tailasya mulyam api prishtva agacchatu. Astu gacchami sarvani karyani kritva agacchami. Now you look at this. There are two actions that are happening here. Bhavan shrigram snatva snanam karo. Snanam kuru. So do snanam and then go or then come. Right? There are two actions that are happening. Right? Bhavan apanam gatva. After go to the store, buy sugar. Two actions again. Wear clothes and then go. Again two actions. Right? Aham davitva gacchami. I will run and go. Two actions. Chalitva gacchatu. Mandam chalitva gacchatu. Okay. Sarshapatailasya mulyam prishtva agacchatu. Ask for the value, cost of the mustard oil and then come. So everywhere there are two actions. So when there are two actions that are happening, being done by the same karta, and the karta remaining the same, and two actions, one action is consequent or following the other action. The first action by using a tavatu pratyaya indicates after doing this, do the next. Shigram, after having a bath, come. After going to the store, get me sugar. After, gatva. Gachatu anantaram. So it is indicating that the first one you have to complete and then do the second action. Complete the first action and then do the second action by the same person. That is tavatu pratyaya. Right? That is the meaning of tavatu pratyaya. So it takes the form of snatva, gatva, dhrutva, davitva, right? Chalitva. So tva gets added. Tva means complete it and then do something else. Prishtva. Okay. Kritva. So that is the meaning of tavatu pratyaya. So tavatu pratyaya is a tavatu kridanta. Right? When two actions are done in succession by a single agent, I think this is what I said, karta. Kritva, tva pratyaya is added to the first root. Sorry, did I keep saying tavatu? Not tavatu, it is tva pratyaya. Tavatu is the bhutakala suchakaha. Right, it is tva pratyaya gets added. Tva. Okay, you can read this first column, first two columns.
Pathati, patitva, भ्रमति, भ्रमित्वा, चलति, चलित्वा, क्रीडति, क्रीडित्वा, धावति, धावित्वा, खनति, खनित्वा, वदति, उक्त्वा, रचयति, रचयित्वा, तोलयति, तोलयित्वा, निन्दति, निन्दित्वा, गायति, गीत्वा, स्मरति, स्मृत्वा.
The next two columns, Shamala Mahodaya or Haripriya Mahodaya, one of you can read.
क्रीणाति क्रीणाति क्रीत्वा नयति नीत्वा जानाति ज्ञात्वा दहति दग्ध्वा पचति पक्त्वा पश्यति दृष्ट्वा पृच्छति पृष्ट्वा कर्षति कृष्ट्वा ध्यायति ध्यात्वा ददाति दत्त्वा चिन्तयति चिन्तयित्वा शृणोति श्रुत्वा.
Right, so these are some Vishesha forms. Right, so basically it comes as tva pratyaya. Right, so let's do this abhyasa. Yeah, Sita Mahodaya, you can do. The center column has to be converted to tva pratyaya.
रमेशः पठित्वा
पठित्वा गच्छति. ओके, पठित्वा गच्छति. श्यामला महोदय अस्ति वा?
अस्ति महोदय.
बालिका
बालिका स्मरत्वा लिखति.
स्मरत्वा वा इस् स्मृत्वा? स्मृत्वा.
स्मृत्वा.
स्मरणं स्मृत्वा.
बालिका स्मृत्वा लिखति. मुनिः ज्ञात्वा वदति.
ध्यानं, right? ध्यात्वा. ध्यानं ध्यात्वा. It is ध्यात्वा. Okay, next Haripriya Mahodaya.
सा चिन्तित्वा
चिन्तित्वा चिन्तयित्वा
चिन्तयित्वा
कार्यं कृतवती.
कार्यं कृतवती.
What is the meaning of कृतवती?
This is tavatu pratyaya mahodaya.
This is tavatu pratyaya. Haripriya Mahodaya, are aware of tavatu pratyaya?
Mahodaya, I was not there for that class, so.
Yeah, so tavatu pratyaya indicates bhutakala suchaka.
Okay.
So I actually gave an explanation of kridanta. You missed it.
Yeah, sorry, Mahodaya. There was a couple of people at home because of this outage issue that I'm having in house now. So that's why I was joining late today.
Okay. You can do the second one also. Vaduhu.
Vaduhu smaranam is one moment. Smritva arudhat.
Arudhat is roditavati.
Okay. The bhutakala.
Rudanam is to cry.
Okay.
Vaduhu, he keeps remembering and keeps crying.
Okay.
Okay. Next, Sita Mahodaya. Shishuhu.
Shishuhu
Dhavitva.
patitavan.
What is patitavan?
This is नपुंसकलिङ्ग तवतु प्रत्ययः
No, it can't be Napunsakalinga because it is referring to Shishu. Tavatu pratyaya pullinga shabdah.
yes ma'am.
Pullinga shabdah. So this is Bhutakala Suchaka. So patita is to fall. Davitva patitavan. He ran and fell. Ran and fell. Next one.
सा मालां रचित्वा दास्यति.
Dasyati. Rachitva dasyati. Dasyati is to take. Yeah. Next Shamla Mahodaya. Next two.
साधवः स्नात्वा ध्यायन्ति. साधवः स्नात्वा ध्यायन्ति.
What is Dhyayanti?
अध्ययनम्.
Is it meditation, Mahodaya?
Yeah. Dhyayanti, but what form is it? Is it Lakara?
Meditation.
Is it Kritanta? What is it?
Dhyanam.
I understand that, but tell me what is this form?
Tavatu pratyaya.
Tavatu pratyaya. So what is the Vachana? What is the Linga?
Bahu.
And what is the Vibhakti?
Pullingam Bahuvachanam.
And Vibhakti? What Vibhakti form is it?
Vibhakti is for Namapadam, right?
Correct. So moment you say it is Pratyaya, then it is Namapadam, right?
Mahodaya.
So Dhyayanti is Pratama Purusha, right? I'm sorry. Pratama Vibhakti for Kridanta.
Astu Mahodaya. Pratama vibhakti.
So what will be the Pratipadikam? What will be the Pratipadikam? Pratipadikam would be, it is Pullinga Shabda.
Jayati.
So it is Nakara. It is Nakara. This is the form, right? Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha. Okay, so it is Nakara Pullinga Shabdaha. Bhavan. So the form what you use for Kridanta, for this Kridanta, we are talking about Dhyayanti, right? So if it's Patita Van, it will be Patita Vantaha. Why? Because it is not Ramaha Shabdaha, it is Bhavan Shabdaha. Alanta. Na ending. Takaranta Pullinga Bhavat Shabdaha, right? So Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha. If it is Rama, it will be Rama, Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, right? Sorry, Priya
Astu.
Mohammed, this is for you to understand. Asti vari Priya Mohammed.
आं महोदय
See, what you need to understand is, if you look at this shabda, these are all indicating action. Now, if you remember long back, we had studied saying that to a dhatu, if you apply a ting pratyaya, it becomes a ting tigantam.
Yeah.
Correct? A tigantam is a kriya padam.
क्रियापदम्
For a dhatu, if you apply a krit pratyaya, it becomes a pratipadikam. And to the pratipadikam, if you apply a sup pratyaya, it becomes a subantam. Correct?
Astu Mahoday.
If you remember that, I think it comes in this only, I think it comes. Does it come here? Or it comes in the previous class?
Previous class I didn't attend Mahoday.
Yeah, but then if you don't attend, you will not understand. You will have to catch up.
Astu.
You're able to see this slide?
Astu Mahoday.
So think pratyaya, tigantam, dhatu, krit pratyaya, pratipadikam, apply supratyaya, it becomes subantam. So kridantam is sitting here. Kridanta is also you're applying a krit pratyaya. What we are studying is all different krit pratyayas. Tavatu is one krit pratyaya, tva is another krit pratyaya, tumun is another krit pratyaya. We are studying. So it is actually a pratipadikam. So what I am saying is, here it becomes a halanta pratipadikam or takaranta. Not takaranta, yeah, takaranta pratipadika, like bhavan shabda. Bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantaha. So it is patitavan, patitavantau, patitavantaha. Or what is an example we were studying? Dhyayanti, right?
Dhyayanti.
Dhyayanti. No, sorry. Okay, we are doing it wrong. Dhyayanti is not a pratipadika. It's not a kridanta here. It is a lakara only. It is a lakara only.
Sadavaha Snanam Dhyayanti.
This is not a kridanta. It is a dhyayanti is a lakara. If it is dhyayantaha, it is a kridanta. It is dhyayanti.
Dhyayantaha.
Dhyayati, dhyayataha, correct? Dhyayatha and dhyayanti. Patati, patata, patanti. It was
Patanti.
following that form, right?
Supratyaya.
No. This is a lakara. Latlakara. Sadhu, sadavaha, bahuvachana. Snanam, karmapadam. Dvitiya vibhakti. Dhyayanti, latlakara. Vartamana kala. Bahuvachana. Bahuvachana, pratama purusha.
Astu Mahoday.
So next one.
Dhyayanti. Aham Charanam Mandiram Gamishyami.
Chalanam is
Aham Charana Charitva Charanam ityukte
Gamishyami.
Mandiram Gamishyami.
Chalitva.
Aham Charitva Mandiram Gamishyami.
Last one also.
एषः अट्टनम् आगतवान्. एषः अट्टित्वा
Atitva.
आगतवान्.
Agatavan is what form?
आगतवान्.
This is
Papa.
pratyaya.
Is tavatu pratyaya.
इत्तावत् प्रत्ययः.
Pullinga shabd.
Pullinga shabda tavatu pratyaya.
तावत् प्रत्ययः.
Ekavachana tavatu.
एकवचन तावत् प्रत्ययः. बहुवचनं.
Ekavachanam, no. Eshaha is ekavachana, right?
एकवचनं.
Correct. Right. So I think upasargas was covered. Rita Mahodaya covered upasargas.
I think long back, Mahodaya.
The previous class, I think
We
she would have.
studied in the beginning, Mahodaya.
Okay, so what is upasarga?
It's a prefix.
Upasargah prefix.
Prefix. Upasarga is prefix and pratyaya is suffix. Right. So upasarga is prefix. There are 22 upasargas in Sanskritam. These are different kinds of upasargas. So what does the upasarga do? It modifies, changes, or intensifies the meaning of the verb or leaves it unchanged in some cases. Okay. Simplest example is kritam, is to do. Samyak kritam is to do it well. So samyak kritam becomes samskritam. Something that is done very well is samskritam. Right?
Astu, ma'am.
Gachati. Gachati is to go. Agachati is to come. It changes, reverses the meaning. Dharma, adharma changes the meaning. Swadharma. No, swa is not a pratyaya. Okay. Okay, let's look at the word gachati itself. Gachati, agachati is to come. Anugachati is to follow. Prati gachati, prati should also be there. Prati gachati is to return, to go and come back. So it changes the meaning of the dhatu, of the kriya pada. In many changes, either changes or emphasizes or intensifies. So in Sanskritam, cover, recover, if you look at it in English, right? There also you have something called prefixes, where it changes the meaning. But in English, typically, the prefixes are limited to maybe one prefix to a verb. But in Sanskritam, you can keep on adding prefixes and create your own word. A simplest example is Upanishad. Okay? Upanishad. The dhatu is sad dhatu there. Okay? Sad is to know, to reveal. Right? Upa is something which you have to come close to. What is upa? Upavishatu. Upavishatu, come sit close to me. Right? Upavishatu. Ni is nischayatmika or nischayena, clearly. So Upanishad is to reveal something which is very close to you, very clearly. Correct? That is the meaning of Upanishad. So what is that is very close to you? The closest to you is yourself. So Upanishad is something which reveals about yourself very clearly. Or Atma is yourself. So it reveals the Atma to you very clearly. So that is the meaning of the word Upanishad. So you have got there two upasargas. Upa and Ni. Nischayatmika. So those are upasarga. Like you have got Ni here and you have got Upa. So it's always added to it is always prefixed to a verb to change the meaning of the verb, either emphasizing or reversing the meaning, whatever. It depends on the context. So that is the meaning of upasarga. And they work differently. Su is to make it, to say it is samyak, it is good. Dhu is to say it is bad, like that. Now, why are we talking about upasarga when we are talking of tva kridanta? Because moment you want to apply a tva kridanta to a dhatu which has got a upasarga, then the tva kridanta takes the form of called as a lep kridanta. Okay? Like gachati gattavan or gatva. Agachati will not be agatva. It will be agamya. Because a has got an upasarga to gachati. So you can't use tva pratyaya, you have to use lep pratyaya. Whenever the verb has got an upasarga, then the lep pratyaya has to be applied and not the tva pratyaya. So let's look at that. So understanding is clear, Haripriya Mahoday?
Mahoday.
So Shamla Mahoday, Kripiya Patatu.
बालकः पितः सेफफलम् आवश्यकम् प्रदीपः अस्तु आपणिकं प्रति भोः द्वे सेफफले ददातु
Seva phale, phale. No, it's not fa, it is pa only. In Sanskritam, we don't have the word fa. Don't pronounce this as fa. This is pa. Mahaprana pa.
द्वे
Fa
सेफफले प
this is
द्वे
Mahaprana pa.
द्वे सेवफले ददातु
Correct.
आपणिकः स्वीकरोतु श्रीमन् प्रदीपः भो फलं नष्टम् अस्ति एतत् परिवर्त्यम् अन्यत् ददातु आपणिकः ददाति बालकः अहं फलं खादामि किम् प्रदीपः खादतु किन्तु प्रक्षाल्य खादतु प्रातः उत्थाय दन्तधावनं अकरोत् वा बालकः आम् अकरवम् उत्तमम् इदानीं भवान् शीघ्रं गृहं गत्वा स्यूतं स्वीकृत्य आगच्छतु प्रदीपः अहं भवन्तं विद्यालयं प्राप्य कार्यालयं गमिष्यामि बालकः स्यूतं स्वीकृत्य आगच्छति प्रदीपः पुत्र मध्याह्ने विद्यालयात् आगत्य अल्पाहारं च समाप्य एकघण्टां यावत् उपविश्य पठतु बालकः अस्तु तदेव करिष्यामि
Avagatam va?
अस्तु महोदय
So basically, you are seeing all those words identified in blue. I have got Upasarga. Moment Upasarga,
लेप् प्रत्ययः
lep pratyaya. So lep is ending with, when you talk of lep pratyaya, the la goes away and the pa goes away. What is left out is the ya. So the ya gets attached. Just like twa pratyaya we said, the k is dropped. Only the twa gets attached, right? Like similarly in lep, the l and the pa is dropped and it's only ya that gets attached. So parivartanam, parivartya, right? Similarly, prakshalanam, to clean or to wash. Prakshalya. Kshalya is to clean. Prakshalya is to clean properly. Prakshalya. Prataha uttaya. Stha is to sit. Stapayatu. Stapayami. Uttapayami is to wake up. Ut is to wake up. So ut is a supra, is a upasarga. Similarly, kritva, svikritva, swikaromi, like that. So svi is an upasarga. Prapya is a upasarga. So it becomes prapnomi. Apnomi is the dhatu. Prapnomi is with the upasarga. Agatya, agachatu, agachanti. A is the upasarga. Samapya, sam is the upasarga. Upavishya, upavishatu, vishatu, upavishatu. Upa is the upasarga. So wherever upasarga comes in, twa pratyaya, which indicates two actions, one following the other, takes the form of a lep pratyaya. Okay? All of you got it? Any
अस्तु महोदय
questions?
Mahoday.
अवगतं महोदय
Okay. So Haripriya Mahoday, you can read the first two columns.
Gacchati, gatva, agacchati, agatya, nayati, neetva, anayati, आनीय गृह्णाति गृहीत्वा संगृह्णाति संगृह्य.
Next two columns, Sita Mahodaya.
स्मरति स्मृत्वा विस्मरति विस्मृत्य त्यजति त्यक्त्वा परित्यजति परित्यज्य गच्छति गत्वा अवगच्छति अवगत्य.
So if you look at the first row is a tva pratyaya and the second row is the next row is a lep pratyaya where there is a use of upasarga. The same verb kriyapadam is being used. Smarati, vismarati, tejati, parityajati, gacchati, avagacchati. Avagacchati means to what? Avagacchati is to understand. Right? Grinnati is to take. Some grinnati is to take properly. Nayati is to lead. Anayati is to lead. Anayati is to take. Right? Gachati is to go. Agachati is to come. So wherever there is an upasarga that is coming into play, the tva pratyaya gets replaced by a lep pratyaya. So instead of agatva, it becomes agatya. Instead of nitva or anayati, instead of anayitva, it becomes aniya, like that. Okay, so this you can look at this table. So Shamala Mahodaya, you can read the first three rows.
Gacchati, gatva.
Yeah.
Nayati.
First three rows, you can read the full row.
Okay. Gacchati, gatva. Agacchati, agatya. Nayati, nitva. Anayati, aniya. Karoti, kritva. Upakaroti, upakritya.
Next three rows.
Smarati.
Next three rows.
Smarati.
1 minute, Shamala Mahodaya, only three rows. Next three, Haripriya Mahodaya.
स्मरति स्मृत्वा विस्मरति विस्मृत्य लिखति लिखित्वा विलिखति विलिख्य क्रीणाति क्रीत्वा क्रीणीते विक्रिय.
Yeah, next four. Next four, Sita Mahodaya.
जानाति ज्ञात्वा विजानाति विज्ञाय स्थापयति स्थापयित्वा संस्थापयति संस्थाप्य प्रेषयति प्रेषयित्वा संप्रेषयति संप्रेष्य हरति हृत्वा संहरति संहृत्य.
So you got the hang of it, right? Why is Janati and Natva? Why is there a transformation?
Because of the dhatu, Mahodaya.
What is the dhatu here?
Gna.
Gna is the dhatu. Gna is the dhatu for which you applied the twa kradanta, it becomes natva.
Tva pratyaya.
Correct, twa pratyaya, but the dhatu is gna. Similarly, like gachati, it is gam. Gachati, the dhatu is gam. Gatva, like that. Okay? भाषा प्रवेश पुस्तकात् पृष्ठसंख्या 20 अधिक 100 120 तः षष्टिविंशति अधिक एकशतं पर्यन्तं पठन्तु अभ्यासं च कुर्वन्तु. समय अस्ति चेत् कक्षायाम् अभ्यासं कर्तुं शक्यते, नो चेत् गृहे कुर्वन्तु. ओके. श्लोकः कृपया पठतु सीता महोदय.
नमस्तुलसी कल्याणी नमो विष्णुप्रिये शुभे नमो मोक्षप्रदे देवी नमः संपत् how to say this, Mahodaya?
सम्पत्प्रदायिके.
संपत्प्रदायिके.
I'll tell you a simple guideline. Always try to break the word at a halanta shabda.
Okay.
Halanta is a one which doesn't have a swara. Namas, Tulasi, Kalyani, Namo, Vishnu Priye, Shubhe, Namo, Moksha Prade, Devi Namaha, Sampat Pradayike. So you'll get the hang of it, where you have to break it.
Okay.
Okay. Namas. Namas means what?
Salute.
What is the meaning of sa? Anybody? It's actually namaha. Okay. The word here is namaha. Namaha tulasi. So when you are joining this together, the visarga becomes a sakara. So there's a sandhi rules which you will read, which you will study in the next course. Namaha. So namas tulasi kalyani. Namo. Now what is namo? Namo is also namaha. Here it becomes a sakara, here it becomes a okara. Namo Vishnu Priye. Why Priye? What is Vishnu Priye?
Love.
No, what is the form? I'm not asking for the meaning. What is this form, Vishnu Priye?
Shashti. Who's
Shashti means it is belonging to somebody, right?
okay.
So here you are
So you
addressing
have to say
somebody.
who's
So when you're addressing somebody, what is the form it will take?
Sambodhana.
Correct, it is Sambodhana, right? Site, Vishnu Priye. Shubhe, Vishnu Priye. So this is Visheshana. Shubhe is Visheshana to Vishnu Priye. So Namo Vishnu Priye, you're addressing her. So it is Sambodhana. Namo Moksha Prade, the one which gives Moksha Pradayike. Moksha Prade, Devi. Namaha Sampat Pradayike, the one who grants wealth. It's fairly easy to understand. If you know Vishnu Priye is Sambodhana, Moksha Prade is Sambodhana, Sampat Pradayike is now a Namapadam here. Pradayike. It's again a Sambodhana. Okay, so Namas Tulasi or Namaste Tulasi also you can say. Namas Tulasi Kalyani, Namo Vishnu Priye Shubhe, Namo Moksha Prade Devi, Namas Sampat Pradayike.
Mahoday, I have a question here. So so when you say Namo Vishnu Priye Shubhe, so it's like Sambodhan, and the next line you have Nama Sampat Pradhaike, right? So any reason as why you have Namaha here and Namo? on the first line?
So all these three are Namo, this is also Namaha, this is also Namaha, this is also Namaha, this is also Namaha. So what does the Visarga convert to depends on what is it following.
Okay.
Because it is Sakara, it remains as Namaha. Here it is a Vyanjana power, Avargiya Vyanjana, it becomes Namo. So there are Sandhi rules. There are Sandhi rules which you will study in the next course.
Okay.
Just understand it is Namaha becoming Namo.
Okay.
So typically in most shlokas you will find that Ramo means Ramaha. You will find that. I don't want to get into Sandhi rules because there are multiple rules of Visarga Sandhi. There are 5 different types of rules. But just remember that it is because of Sandhi it is getting changed. Supposing you break this up into the basic form, it will be Namaha Tulasi Kalyani, Namaha Vishnu Priye Shubhe, Namaha Moksha Prade Devi, Namaha Sampat Pradayike. That's how it will break up into. When you do Anvaya Rachana, what you call as Anvaya Rachana, the first step is to break down, remove the Sandhis. I think I have spoken about Anvaya Rachana sometime long back.
Yes, Mahoday.
Agre Gachamaha Masa Kritva Cha. Let's see if sharing is on. Just let me know if you're able to hear the sound. You're able to hear the sound?
No, Mahoday.
Not getting the sound?
आगतः चैत्रः अपि वैशाखः आगतः चैत्रः अपि वैशाखः आयातः च वसन्त ऋतुः आयातः च वसन्त ऋतुः पिकः कूजति कुहु 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 पिकः कूजति कुहु 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 आगतः ज्येष्ठः अपि आषाढः आगतः ज्येष्ठः अपि आषाढः आयातः रे ग्रीष्म ऋतुः आयातः रे ग्रीष्म ऋतुः आनकपानं मुहुर्मुहुः 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 आगतः श्रावणः भाद्रपदः च आगतः श्रावणः भाद्रपदः च आयातः रे वर्षा ऋतुः उष्णान् वटकान् खादन्तु उष्णान् वटकान् खादन्तु 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 आगतः आश्विनः कार्तिकः च आगतः आश्विनः कार्तिकः च आयातः रे शरत् मार्गशीर्षः आगतः पौषः मार्गशीर्षः आगतः पौषः आयातः हेमन्त ऋतुः आयातः हेमन्त ऋतुः प्रवहति रे शीतलवायुः 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 आगतः माघः फाल्गुनः च आगतः माघः फाल्गुनः च आयातः रे शिशिरऋतुः शिशिरऋतुः आयातः रे शिशिरऋतुः शिशिरऋतुः बहु बहु शैत्यं बहु बहु शैत्यं
So what was communicated in this video?
About the seasons,
Months and seasons.
Seasons and the months.
months and seasons of the year.
Only seasons?
Months along with
Also the
seasons.
months.
Season, months, and what else?
Climate.
Climate.
Correct. So it's a very interesting that if you notice that for us,
Samskrita market, Samskrita month names.
yeah, for us, a change of month or a change of season or a change of year is
In less
dependent on the change of the behavior of the environment. Right? That is what we recognize as a change in the month. When there is a change of the environment, there is a change of a month, there is a change of a season, there is a change of year. Unlike a January 1st. A January 1st doesn't change anything. What you call in a Gregorian calendar, January 1st doesn't mean anything. But Uttarayana started. What is Uttarayana? Do you know what is Uttarayana? What is Dakshinayana?
Astu Mahoday.
The I think the way the sun rises is represented through Uttarayana and Dakshinayana.
What is the change?
During this Sankranti, it changes from Dakshinayana to Uttarayana.
Uttarayana already started. It started on December 15th.
Okay.
Makara Sankranti is on January 15th. So typically what happens?
In Dakshinayana, winter season begins.
So what is the time span of Dakshinayana? What is the time span of Uttarayana?
6 months.
Huh?
Both 6 months.
So when does Dakshinayana start? When does Uttarayana start?
From April, Chitra Masa to from Chitra Masa to Kartikeya Masa, it's Uttarayana.
Kartika just finished last month, no?
Uttarayana.
Okay. So typically it is up to June. It starts from around December 15th, January 15th, Feb, March, April, May, June 15th is Uttarayana, and from June to December is Dakshinayana. So it basically traces the path of the sun because of the rotation of the earth around the sun.
Depends upon the sun.
Yeah, so basically you visualize the sun moving into the northern hemisphere, it is Uttarayana. When the sun starts moving into the southern hemisphere, it moves from assume that you're standing at the equator and you're looking at the view towards the space, you are looking at a 160 degree span. Right? At a 160 degrees span, you will not be able to see 180 degrees, you'll be able to see about 160 degrees. In that 160 degrees, those 160 degrees, you see the movement of the sun. One is the earth moving around the sun. When you move the sun, when the sun starts moving southwards, it's the start of the Dakshinayana. When the sun starts moving northwards, it's the start of the Uttarayana. So there are a lot of spiritual meanings behind Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. Lot of Shubhakaryas happen only during Uttarayana. In Dakshinayana, many planned Shubhakaryas don't happen during Dakshinayana. Because 1 year on the 1 year on planet Earth is equivalent to 1 day in Devaloka. The Uttarayana portion of the 6th month is treated as a day for the Devatas. The Dakshinayana is treated as a night for the Devatas. So typically, Shubha Karyas, you try to do it in Uttarayana and avoid in Dakshinayana because the scale of time changes. Like if you go into Brahmaloka, 1 day of Brahma is equivalent to 4,032,000 years, human years. As you move away and away from the earth, the time scales are different. What is time actually? How do you measure time? Anybody? What is time? Today is a clock. When the clock was not there and watch was not there, what is time?
With the help of sun and moon.
How do you define time? What is the definition of time? We have taken a lot of things for granted. So time is actually the elapse of a duration between two specific events. That is called as time. That's the definition of time. In the earlier days, the movement was, the time was defined as the duration between one sunrise and one sunset. That is what you could see. So everything as perceived was converted. Now today, you have converted that into a watch, you have converted that into an atomic clock and all that, which is fine. But time is the elapsed duration between two events that are happening. And most of the time, when you say 12 o'clock, even today, if you look at GMT, you've got IST, you've got all those times. What do those mean? What does GMT mean? What does IST mean? What is the significance of that? I'm not asking for the meaning. What is the significance of a GMT? What is the significance of an IST? We say that we are 5.5 hours ahead of GMT. What does it mean?
For us, the day starts early. Depends on the rise, the time when the sun rises.
So why am I 5.5 hours early?
Because of the movement of Earth.
So the actual significance of GMT IST is, IST means at 12 o'clock, the sun is exactly above my head. Okay, at 5.5 hours later, in London or in Greenwich, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun is exactly ahead. That is what you mean by time. That is what you mean by IST or GMT or your standard times. Right? It is not the others, the rest is all calculation. So you're still defining time based on the appearance of the sun. Nothing has changed. Only thing you are using a different metric. When the sun comes above my head, when my shadow vanishes, typically the shadow vanishes, you don't see a shadow. That is 12 o'clock for me. So that is IST. Okay, the remaining, so at GMT, 5.5 hours later is when on the Greenwich Mean Time, the shadow vanishes. In Japan, the shadow will be long. See, again, the measurement of time is a shadow. It is the sundial only. In the earlier days, it used to be a sundial, the length of the shadow where it is pointing. So that is the significance of time. You should understand that where does it come from? Otherwise, we will say time is what the watch says. Watch is only a representation of time. But what is time? Time is the movement of the sun. That the elapsed duration between two specific events. It can be from one sunrise to another sunrise, one sunrise to another sunset. So that is why the movement of the sun becomes very important. So when you look at this video, he is speaking about Rituhu. How many Rituhus are there? As per our calendar, as per Indian Panchanga?
There are 5.
You're muted.
6 Shad Ritu.
Shad Rituhu. 6 Ritus. The earliest definition of time has come from the oldest civilization on earth, which is the Hindu civilization. Right? They broke up the entire duration of the movement of the sun. I mean, our rishis were so advanced and they were able to, even today, at the beginning of the new Hindu or Indian year, there is a Panchanga which is developed, which tells you when will an eclipse happen. And they will also be able to predict 100 years down the road when the eclipse will happen. That is the level of advancement we have in science. And they don't use any scientific instrument, use all mathematical calculations. Today we still we use Panchanga, right? Western world may not understand the meaning of Panchanga. Pancha Anga. The definition of time is in Pancha Anga. In 5 attributes it is defined. There are 5 different characteristics on which time is defined. Pancha Anga. So Ritu is outside the Panchanga. Samvatsara, Rituhu, Masa, all is outside that. The Panchanga is within the day you're talking about. Or within the week you can look at it. Panchanga is basically what? Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra, Yoga, Karana. It pin downs the time duration. Do you understand what is Samvatsara? What is Samvatsara?
Year.
How many Samvatsaras are there?
Total?
It's 60.
Right, 16. And what happens after the 60th one?
The same, it'll again repeat. The cycle comes again.
Cycle comes again. So when somebody crosses the 60th birthday, what do you do?
Shashti Purti.
Shashti.
What is the significance?
It's like you said, it's like a prayashitam, like whatever you have done for that, you have some ritual. Is it that one?
No, that's a Shanti, that is different. But at the 60th year, after he finishes 60, his second cycle starts.
Second cycle starts, yes.
So that is the meaning of Shashti. And what is the significance of Shashti? From an astronomical perspective? So typically, on the 60th or the 61st birthday of the person, he comes back to the same Samvatsara, same Tithi.
Oh, okay.
Okay, same Masa, same Samvatsara, same Rituhu, same Masa, same Tithi. He'll come back to the same Nakshatra. So the second cycle starts. And typically, we have believed that a person will go through 2 cycles. That was the average life of an Indian human being many years or many centuries back was 120 years. Very rarely you will have a second, you will start the third cycle.
Okay.
Though it was not very uncommon. We had people who live 120 years, 130 years, 150 years. Not very uncommon. So that brings me to the question is what was the age of Krishna and Arjuna in the Mahabharata war? Any guesses? What do you think was their age?
120.
They were 70 years old. They were 70 years old. Dronacharya was about 120. Bhishma was about 250 years old.
Okay.
So you might see them on TV as 30-year-old and 20-year-old, but actually, why it is 70-year-old? Basically, because the first meeting between Arjuna and Krishna happens at Draupadi Swayamvara. Okay, at that time, Arjuna was about 30 years old. They had run away from the Lakgar and all that, and they had come there. They were about 30 years old, and there was a friendship of 40 years before the war started. So that leads me to another question. Gita Jayanti is celebrated when we just had Gita Jayanti last couple of weeks back. When is it celebrated? What tithi does Gita Jayanti come? Ekadashi?
Ashtami.
Gita Jayanti is always on an Ekadashi. Shamala Mahoday is simply throwing things around. Fake rahi hai. Gita Jayanti always comes on an Ekadashi. Kartika Ekadashi is Gita Jayanti.
Okay.
So my question, Gita Jayanti is basically you are celebrating the Upadesha of Sri Krishna to Arjuna, right? Which started on the first day of the Mahabharata war. Correct? Correct?
Correct, Mahoday.
But Mahabharata war started on Amavasya, not on Ekadashi. Why this disconnect? Why is there a 11-day difference?
Is it because that was a time taken by Sanjayan to go and tell it to? Is it because of that?
Where was Sanjaya?
He was with I think Dhritarashtra Maharaj, I think.
So he had Divya Drishti, no? So you should be seeing it
Yes.
live.
Um,
So what is the first shloka in the Bhagavad Gita? Anybody know?
Dharmakshetre Gurukshetre Samaveda Mamaha Pandavakshaiva Kimakurvada Sanjaya.
So what is the Kriya Padam there? Kima Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samavetam Yutsavaha Mamakav Pandava Chaiva Kim Akurvat Sanjaya. Correct? Kima Kurvat, Kim Akurvat. Correct? What is
Kimakurvat.
Akurvat? What Lakara is it?
Lang lakara.
Lang Lakara. Bhutakala Suchayaka. So that means he's asking what did they do? He's not asking Kim Kurvan, what are they doing? Correct? So that means something has happened in the past. Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya, what did they do? Correct?
Correct, Mahoday.
Kim Akurvat. So the answer to that question is Sanjaya was on the battlefield for the first 10 days to witness the war. He heard the Gita.
He was unable to kill his own Members, family members.
Who? Sanjaya?
Lord
So
Krishna.
so he heard the Bhagavad Gita on the first day of the war. On the 10th day, Bhishma falls. When Bhishma falls, he decides to return back to Hastinapura from Kurukshetra. That is an overnight journey. So next day morning, he sits in front of Dhritarashtra. Then Dhritarashtra asks me, please tell me what happened. Bhutakala. Kim akarvat Sanjaya. That is why Gita Upadesha, as received by us, is Sanjaya telling Dhritarashtra, not Arjuna telling Krishna. If it was Arjuna telling Krishna, the Gita, Bhagavad Gita would have started with Krishna Arjuna Samvada, but it starts with Dhritarashtra Sanjaya Samvada. On Ekadashi day it started. That is why we celebrate Gita Jayanti on Ekadashi, not on Amavasya.
Okay.
Astu Mahoday. Understood.
This we need to know our culture, right? Okay.
Astu Mahoday.
So any questions on today's session? So then we will do the Mangala Shloka. This is the homework. You can do the homework. Vakya एतस्य पुस्तकस्य चतुर्थस्य स्तम्भकस्य प्रथमं पाठं पठतु अभ्यासः पर्यन्तं कुर्वन्तु. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ. धन्यवादः.